Hello there. It's early in the morning in the middle of August. It's a beautiful morning, so I thought I'd better do a little tour of Thistle Farm for people who might be interested. Here's the back of the house, quite messy, and around here this is the caravan that I lived in for 2 years. Here's a pile of plum tree prunings, because behind the caravan and over here these are all various plum trees, which I've obviously inherited. Here is what we call our posh bed. We've got all sorts of things growing here. That's a perennial kale in the middle. We've got swede coming up, courgette plant, the remains of carrots. Here we have a lovely stand of yarrow, which is good for the insects. And then this is like our front garden of herbs and strawberries and clover and tansy flowers, and those little yellow ones. And this is Queen Anne's lace. And on the front of the house, of course, we have many plants. And this is our beautiful black locust tree. And we have the woodshed, which is full of laundry and a yoga ball. And then over this way, this is our lawn, such as it is, and we move into a bit of food forest. We've got more perennial kale, red currants. There's a fig tree. That is a, I can't remember what it's called. There's a little tree that you can eat the leaves. There's a little apple tree growing here. This was a bed, had potatoes in it. They are harvested. There's our main crop of potatoes are in here, hiding amongst the comfrey. And this part of the food forest we have red currants, apple mints, gooseberries, an apple tree being propped up by a dead tree. We have aronia, chokeberry, some tomato plants, buddleia, and then we have whatever this area here has got new fruit bushes in it, helped by the comfrey. We have asparagus beds, more perennial kale. We have elderberry trees which have grown from cuttings. We have a mulberry and blueberries, more tomatoes. And over here we have more currants, alpine strawberries, gooseberries. This is a Sequam pepper tree. We have a lot of parsnips. We have a beautiful peach tree. We have a loganberry. We have a hazelnut. We have a Himalayan indigo. We have a fijoa and more fruit stuff at the back. And then right at the back, that's loads of comfrey back there. This is our beautiful blackberry bush, which is new but very productive. And that's the food forest. So now if I take you across the lawn, and we can go into what is going to become our sort of cherry orchard. We planted these last January, I think. Cherry trees. There might be a plum tree in there as well, can't remember. All supported by alders. They will grow for a while and then come down. And this is our polytunnel, which is currently full of tomatoes. Obviously, it's the time of year for tomatoes. The sun's just coming up over the trees now, which is nice. It's about 6 o'clock. This is the beginnings of a vegetable garden. One of the beds got completely out of hand with some horrible weed. We'll sort that in the winter. But here we have some beans growing and some sweet corn. And I'll now take you on a tour of one of the pathways. Now these are the oldest trees that I've planted. These have been here for 2.5 years now, the ones along the sides. Take a long time to grow trees, but you'll also see some baby ones as well. But this bit here I really like because these are proper trees. They're bigger than me now. And so there's trees planted along this path all the way around, and then the new ones, the tiny ones, they were planted last January at our tree planting party. getting into the wilder, more thistly area of Thistle. That's why we call it Thistle. Yeah, there's lots of little baby trees along to my left and to my right. I don't know if you can see them. And as we come round now, we come into the earthworks area. So last April, we got in Paul and his digger, and he constructed this lake, which you'll notice doesn't have any water in it yet. We're working on that. There's also a little island for ducks at the back there, and we've got a berm, so we're going to create a beach. We just have to work out how to stop the lake from leaking. And if we now take this path takes us back towards the house. There's the house nestled in the corner of the field there. And you notice there's a lot of ragwort this year. First of all, when I was here, it was all thistles, and I chopped down a lot of thistles, and then burdock grew in place. I chopped down a lot of that. Then this year, ragwort grew. As you can see, I haven't planted any of these things. It's just that appears to be the succession. We've got some more fruit trees here. We have an area here which I've tarped because this is going to be next year's asparagus bed and rhubarb, and we're going to try and grow some spelt over the winter time. Various little new trees here. This is our composting system. So basically what we do with all our compost is we pile it up and then we leave it for a year. Don't turn it or anything like that because it contains human manure, and so you have to leave that as it is. Here is our guest toilet, compost toilets in there, and then this is the container kindly given to us by Tendring District Council as the shed for our nursery and educational centre. This is the wonderful fire pit which was built by the children of Marketfield. And then this is our lath house, built by the mighty Ian Parker. So this is a shade house for baby trees, and if you look inside here, you can probably see lots of baby trees in the shade. And then this area here, you can see there's a semicircular berm, a bank. So what we've done this on the other side is a swale or a ditch on contour which connects up with the lake, and I just climb up here. We've covered this in clover, which is taken nicely, and you can see this is the ditch which will fill in the winter time when the roads flood, because it's all connected to the roads. And the idea is that in years to come we'll plant trees on this berm, get the grass nice, and then you'll see that the lath house I've positioned in the focus of this semicircular berm. So what we have here is a natural amphitheatre. So this will be could be a place for weddings, or eco weddings, or festivals, or parties, or concerts, outdoor theatre, all sorts of potential. And there you can see there's the swale which links up back. That's the duck house you can see there. And so there you go. And there's a little video of what's going on here in the middle of August at Thistle Farm.